Oh, hey. What's going on? Azo, do you think you have a better comment than the one we have?
No, it was just fun.
Azo giggled pretty hard at something that just came in, so you don't want to audible right now.
No.
You have the option. You have a challenge flag if you want to use it.
Nope.
In honor of the Jays being in Tampa tonight, comment in the chat from Slosh Hogger, who writes the following. Trop of the morning to y'all.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now. Got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. Tuesday, August the 18th. No days off here. Because sports is nuts. And I have a feeling if we took like a week off, all hell would break loose. In that week, there'd be like a Kawhi settlement. Morgan Riley would get traded. And God knows what else. The Jays would start hitting. We are here. Get used to it. Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. We're live on YouTube, live on X, and everyone listening and watching after the fact, thank you for making us a part of your day. There's a lot of kind of breaking news stuff yesterday. Those are the fun shows. As well, those fun shows?
Hell yeah.
I love me some breaking news stuff. It's like food for my face. Some people get scared by that. I'm crazy enough to like it because I come in prepared. Topic for another day. So there was a bunch of stuff we had on the pile yesterday in terms of content that we didn't get to, but the plan is to get to it today, unless the NBA fights with a rights holder today again, and then maybe things get hijacked. Maybe. But stuff we had in the queue we're moving through today. Azzo did mention yesterday, what's going to be the lead this afternoon on the Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media? And I think there was an obvious one. We'll get to the Jays in a second. But I think if you're a Toronto sports fan, if you're an NBA fan in this city, you have one question. And it's a borderline selfish question considering how big the story is and how layered it is, but I understand it. And the question is this. When is the Kawhi Leonard Raptors press conference? I want to know when he's a Raptor. Wake me up when he's a Raptor. Well, the point of all the rest of this stuff is it's kind of leading you there, right? Like the one take I don't understand, whether it's in this chat or online from any Toronto basketball fan is this. Wake me up when we know Kawhi is a Raptor. Well, idiot, the story has to progress. And if you follow the story, you might see an end point to get to your desired destination. That's when you know people in sports don't like sports. I don't want to do this other work. Tell me when Kawhi's a Raptor. It's clear to see. Because if you don't find this other stuff intriguing, you're an idiot. I don't know what else to say to you. The notion that anyone in Toronto shouldn't be interested in any of the reporting with Pablo Torre or any of the reporting yesterday from ESPN or the response from the Clippers or the response from the NBA or what's next in terms of what the constitution of the collective bargaining agreement is between the NBA and its players, you are dumb. Because it will all lead you to your pot of gold at the end, which is all you want, which is an answer, which is all we all want. Will Kawhi be a Raptor and when? If you're interested in that, wipe the cold out your eyes when you wake up in the morning, pick up the phone and start reading just a touch, because it's kind of important what's going on. You're not going to get to the Raptor end before you deal with this end, which is the Clippers and the league and Kawhi. Just want to get that off my chest. So yesterday, all hell broke loose in terms of statements. It was the statement games. And we were basically left with one side, the Clippers, saying, no, there's nothing to see here, and the NBA goes, whoa. And in terms of clarity, I don't really know where we were at the end of that yesterday compared to where we were when we walked in yesterday morning. To be fair about it. Raptors Media Day is September 28th, as a reminder. But two things did happen yesterday that the more I think about it were the biggest takeaways. And the pissing matchup, or the pissing match between the NBA and ESPN is always entertaining. Because it rarely happens. But that wasn't the main takeaway for me. So one of the three reporters on ESPN's report that there was no hard evidence of salary cap circumvention in terms of money being funneled, one of the three reporters, Baxter Holmes, none of the three, by the way, are Sham Charania, but Baxter Holmes is one of the three. And as the evening progressed, ESPN posted a digital-only video with longtime reporter Jeremy Schaap. I love Jeremy Schaap. Hosted the sports reporters. It's been kind of designated to a digital part of their footprint. But Jeremy Schaap is really good. And I think they did a 17-minute video yesterday, Jeremy Schaap of ESPN and Baxter Holmes, one of the three writers of the report, saying that the league doesn't have anything on the Clippers. And the one thing that appeared concrete yesterday as the story developed was things are no bueno between the NBA and the Clippers. The Clippers believe they've done nothing wrong. The NBA is like, yeah, I don't think we can do that. So how are we going to play this? Reportedly, there are talks going on about a settlement, which is a kind way to say the thing they agree upon in terms of punishment that isn't as bad as it can be, but it's bad enough where the league doesn't look soft. Clippers are not playing ball, pardon the pun, with that, it seems. Steve Ballmer is not accepting a damn thing. So what happens if they don't come to an agreement? What happens if the NBA and the Clippers do not see eye to eye on any of this? It's a good question. Part of that was answered yesterday in the clip we are about to play for you. Because there are actual hard rules in the NBA collective bargaining agreement regarding this issue, cap circumvention. When you pay players under the table, allegedly, to keep money off the cap, giving you the ability to sign more good players. That's what that is. So let's live in a world where the Clippers and the NBA don't come to an agreement. What happens? Again, Raptor fans, this is the part you should be listening to. What happens then? Baxter Holmes and Jeremy Schaap went down that road yesterday. There are hard rules to this, and Baxter Holmes walked you through some of the hard rules. For those of you interested, when Kawhi Leonard becomes a Raptor, I highly suggest you listen to this. Go ahead.
Ready to sit here and say that it's potentially that it's open and shut, or that it's over. I would say calls may still be made. I don't have reporting that they're done necessarily on that front, but it's our understanding that they are at something of an impasse at this moment, and I don't know how a resolution is met in the interim that avoids arbitration. If the NBA is set.
Thank you, Azza. I didn't mean to scrum serve here, but since we're here, one of the very few, very sourced reporters on this, Baxter Holmes, just said, yeah, I think it's going to arbitration. Hey, Raptor fans, this is the part you should be listening to. Thank you for stopping, Azza. Please go ahead.
At this moment. And I don't know how a resolution is met in the interim that avoids arbitration. If the NBA is set, for instance, on a finding of salary cap circumvention, but it's leaning into the nature of the introductions, and if the Clippers are refusing that finding and any potential punishment that may be proposed that's associated with it, then I would anticipate that we would head to arbitration. And I want to be clear on one thing real quick here. And, in this, I think it's important for everybody to understand in this particular case, it's not as if NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is like the judge, jury, and executioner, and that he can just come down and because it's a cap circumvention case and just kind of issue punishment, and that's that. And the team has to accept it and so on. Because this is salary cap circumvention, as we've reported for many months now, it has to follow it follows a process in the collective bargaining agreement itself. And that process involves, a system arbitrator who's jointly appointed by the NBA and the NBPA. It involves potentially an appeals process at the end of it, if it goes that far, at which point that is binding. But it's not as if Adam Silver can just hand down punishment and that's that. And that's why we're at where we're at today.
Could be worse in the chat. I didn't realize this was a negotiation. I thought it was an investigation. Well, I think the last part you just heard from Baxter Holmes was very important, because let's live in a world where a deal is not agreed to between Steve Ballmer and the NBA. The second it goes to arbitration, Adam Silver loses control. At the minimum, if he negotiates with Ballmer, there's some punishment. There's a chance if you go to arbitration, maybe Steve Ballmer walks. Maybe you look like a commissioner that's not up for the job, which some people are suggesting. Like, going to arbitration is just as bad for Silver as it is for the Clippers. But back to the original point. If arbitration is an inevitability here, hey, Raptors, you might have to wait. Because there's now a pending trade in the middle of this that's pretty complicated. Right? So, hey, Raptor fans, this is the part you should be listening to. In terms of when is Kawhi going to be a Raptor, that's problematic for the timeline. Very problematic. So problematic with each passing day that you, me, Azzo, and everyone sits around in the city of Toronto with Media Day coming up on Monday, September the 28th. The odds of him being there for that, and by him I mean Kawhi, are dwindling. So, that's the Clippers side of it. Because that timeline's kind of important, right? Yeah. If you care about Kawhi in Toronto, you can't blow through that piece of information. It's serious. Arbitration will take a while. And I don't really see a world where, while that's going on, the NBA, out of the goodness of their hearts, says, yeah, the trade can go through. Does that make any sense? If you're the NBA, does that make any sense? I love the Raptor fan take of, oh, the NBA, they'll do the Raptors all the favors. Yeah, NBA's mad at you right now for getting involved in this. So don't get comfortable. So that is the Clippers Kawhi side in terms of what they need to figure out. Because if you go to arbitration, who the hell knows what's going to happen? And then there's, like Baxter Holmes said, heaven forbid there's an appeal. That's 2027. That's guaranteed 2027. So the Raptors side, because I was listening to Michael Grange of Sportsnet last night, and he's not moving on his reporting. I'll give him credit. His reporting is still the Raptors expect him to be there to start the season and training camp. And once again, he is adamant that according to the way the CBA is written in terms of cap circumvention, the player cannot be suspended. He's tripling down on that. Now, there is a word, though, that is being used that might be more problematic for the Raptors than just suspension for Kawhi. And later on in this conversation between Jeremy Schaap and Baxter Holmes of ESPN, which was posted last night, the word comes up again. It's a bad word for the Raptors. It's a bad word if you want Kawhi to be a Raptor. If you're a Raptor fan who wishes such things come to pass. The more I hear people say the word, because I couldn't wrap my head around it the first time I thought about it. Kawhi Leonard's owed $50 million this coming season. 50. That's almost Kyle Tucker money. But Baxter Holmes, like in terms of discipline, is cornered by Jeremy Schaap about what the discipline might look like for Kawhi. Azzo, go ahead.
What's the timeline look like now? I mean, the NBA has said they wanted to have this whole thing wrapped before the season started.
It's a great question, and it is more complicated because there's a trade, let's not forget, that's kind of hanging in the balance here, involving one Kawhi Leonard. If you remember on June 30th, the Clippers and the Raptors agreed on a trade to send Leonard back to Toronto where he won a championship. And then days after that, they paused the deal after learning from the league office, according to the teams, that the Raptors would be on the hook for any potential penalties that Leonard might face. Now, so the deal involving Leonard is just kind of been up in the air.
When they say that, and it might be clear, but just to really spell it out, that means if he were to be suspended or something like that, that means
if his contract were to be voided, largely. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the penalties that he could face in that, much in the same way that Joe Smith did. Now,
Yep. We're back to that. There's more of that. I'm going to play it for you in a second. But I want to stop here. Because Michael Grange said basically the same thing last night. Because I did live in a world for a while where I'm thinking to myself, if Kawhi's just facing a suspension, like that actually helps the Raptors, doesn't it? Like he's not going to play those games anyway. I think most of us were of that opinion. He only played the 65 games last year because he had to get bonuses in his contract as per NBA rules and to be award eligible. Like Kawhi is not a complicated person. You kind of know what he's going to do. You know what he's not going to do. And I'm like, why would the Raptors stop this trade if like it's a 20, 30 game suspension? Why? That's perfect. They were going to do that anyway. That was going to be the plan. Now it's starting to crystallize. Now it's starting to crystallize as to what was put in front of the Raptors. If they void Kawhi Leonard's contract for this, big if they void his contract, the Raptors are screwed. Especially if that trade goes in first. The notion in some parts of this town that, the Clippers will just renegotiate it. Were you dropped on your head as a kid? Are you okay? Now it's all like, it makes sense. That's what was put in front of the Raptors. By the way, his contract might not exist, and you don't have him. So with all due respect to the he can't be suspended stuff, that's all fine and good. The NBA does have a hammer. And the Players Association would appeal and this. I know all of that would be true. Because that's their job as the Players Association. But one of the top reporters on this, Pablo Torre is the top reporter on this. Let's not get it twisted. One of ESPN's best people on this, Baxter Holmes, immediately, Azo, can you rewind that like 10 seconds for me? Yeah. He went to the voiding of a contract very seriously in this. And he wasn't messing around. That makes sense to me. And if that's the case, boy, due diligence was not done by Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. Due diligence, Azo.
We've conducted due diligence, and it was deep due diligence.
We got there. It wasn't working. It's only Tuesday. Raptors gal in the chat. Raptors need to end this now, or they'll be destroyed. The only reason I can guess for the Raptors to keep this going is they have been told the odds of a contract voiding with Kawhi are low. I have to be honest with you. Based on how the story has progressed, based on what happened yesterday, based on the fact that everyone in the know is pretty sure Pablo Torre is not done reporting, I don't think the Raptors have the hold on this story that they think they do. Starting to get that feeling. Maybe it's just me. The voiding of the contract is the poison pill. 20-game suspension, 30-game suspension. No one would care about that. I would agree with it. What the hell is that in the Kawhi Leonard story? That's normal fare. But the way Baxter Holmes came in with this, the contract could be voided. He wasn't messing around. So we're going to play that part one more time, Azo, and we can just let it go in terms of timing, and we'll come back out on the other side. Go ahead.
So the deal involving Leonard is just kind of been up in the air.
When they say that, and it might be clear, but just to really spell it out, that means if he were to be suspended or something like that, that means
if his contract were to be voided, largely, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Yeah, so that's one of the penalties that he could face in that, much in the same way that Joe Smith did. Now we have so that's something. This whole trade is kind of just hanging in the balance, and there's urgency in a way. I mean, look, as we sit here today, it's August 17th. Training camp or media day is late next month, and then there's training camp and preseason that rolls right into that, and so. I think one of the target dates I'm kind of thinking about is mid-September, when there's slated to be an NBA Board of Governors hearing in New York. And I'm very interested where we are by that point. Look, the closer that we get to media day and training camp, and the more that there's kind of a lack of a resolution here, I think there's an urgency to try to figure that out. Now, one thing I would point out is when we talk about a resolution, are we talking about a resolution to this entire matter, or are we talking about a resolution for two separate things? Because there could be a resolution, there's the idea of like, do we just have a resolution for what the Clippers are going through with the league and how that is sorted out? And then maybe over here in this bucket, there's a resolution for Kawhi Leonard and what that looks like. I don't know necessarily if there's a world where those two things can be separated, but it's something I'll be paying attention to as we get closer, because media day and training camp are going to be here before we know it. The August always flies by, the offseason flies by, and then before you know, we're back and there's basketball again. But this trade is being held up because of it. So I think that there's more urgency to get this resolved sooner than later. But that being said, I'm not sure with respect to the Clippers. I don't see a path as I sit here today that avoids arbitration. I do think that that's where this is likely headed.
John in the chat. It's still August. We'll settle it in September. Relax. I was expecting a maker relax there.
Think it is? Okay.
So that was Baxter Holmes yesterday with Jeremy Schaap on ESPN's digital channels. And I play all of that for one reason. I do take exception in this town to the notion of just wake me up when Kawhi's a Raptor. Like, it's an unintelligent take. You really need to be following this. This is pretty complicated. This is NBA, CBA wording. And if it's not taken care of properly, the league's not going to do the Raptors a favor. God, you're naive. I just want to, my whole point today is to fight back on this. Because some people yesterday, we stopped our show for this story, for the back and forth between the Clippers, ESPN, and the NBA. And there were some people, even today, there are some people like, wake me up. You got to wake up. I know the Raptors are still telling everyone who asks we're fine. Guys, they might not be fine. If they void his contract, they're not fine. He's not playing for the Raptors for $8 next season. There's so much here that still needs to be worked out. It's crazy. And if you don't have the time in the day to be on it, I don't blame you. But what I would urge you is the deeper this goes, people in this town need to hold the Raptors to some level of responsibility here. Because this is not a mess any other NBA team ran into but the Raptors. Why is that? Ask yourself that. Why is that? There weren't other ambitious teams in the NBA. Golden State doesn't want to win. Miami doesn't want to win. Philadelphia doesn't want to win. Denver, OKC, Minnesota, none of those teams want to win. Just the Raptors. Okay? This is a mess. This is a mess. And you have two major issues that need to be worked out. What the Clippers' punishment is, and is Kawhi's contract voided. Heaven help the Raptors if his contract's voided. Heaven help the Raptors. I'd fire 10 people on the spot in that organization. Not Pele, but not far from him. Baxter Holmes just said it. I agree with him. Media Day is going to come around like that. Like that. And Pablo Torre's not done. Remember, Adam Silver's the same idiot who cleared some players of gambling, and then the FBI came in like a month later. Not like Adam Silver has a handle on things. Quite frankly, the only person I really trust with anything right now is Pablo. And Amin Al-Hassan. And David Sampson, because they're smart and entertaining, and I like them. But if you see anyone go, just wake me up when Kawhi's a Raptor, you can't trust them. I'm telling you, you can't trust them. This is way more complicated than that. Way more complicated than that. And quite frankly, it's people, if anyone who says that, they haven't been following the story, and you shouldn't listen or read them anymore. I'm not messing with you. Don't do it. Don't waste your time with that folk, because they're in this town. This is the biggest sports story in the city. With all due respect to the Jays being one of 7 teams within 2 games of the final wildcard spot in the American League, it's this. And the odds of this ending soon, I can't see it. I can't. Unless it does. Because if it ends soon, it ends soon. But like, you understand the history or the future of the salary cap in the NBA is on the line here, right? Like, you get how big a story this is. Like, you understand that. Don't let anyone minimize that. And because the Raptors were stupid enough to get involved, I don't think that matters to the NBA. In fact, I think it pisses them off a little more. The victimization of the Raptors needs to stop, because they walked into this eyes wide open. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Might work out. They're telling everyone it's going to work out. It better work out. But we'll see. But what are they doing to the Raptors? What are they doing to the... No, dear. Don't do that. Don't do that. A lot of suits in that organization down the street. We'll see. And then at the end of this long, arduous journey, maybe Bobby Webster's grand plan of having a 35-year-old lead them to glory will come to pass. What a team president he is. Jeff has a party. Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. Is it?
It is a good afternoon.
No, it is. Of course it is.
It's a very good afternoon. I usually, again, I say this once or twice in this role with you, and I mean it. This is the worst time of year to do this job. It really is.
Why? We got stuff to talk about.
We got all kinds of. We got Jays. We got the Raptors having no clue what they're doing.
Austin Matthews back on the ice. Come on, there's lots to talk about.
Austin Matthews is back on the ice. Give us the headline about Austin Matthews back on the ice. What's the headline?
At the NHL. What was it called?
I don't know. You told me. What's the story?
The Sun Devils Pro Camp in Tempe, Arizona. He's on the ice skating with a bunch of other NHLers.
Oh, he's
Tage
on
Thompson,
the ice.
Garland,
he's
Josh
on the
Doan.
ice.
Yeah,
good.
He's skating. He's looking good. He looks like he's ready to go. Is what all the comments were saying.
He looks good.
He looks eager.
Took 0 hits. He looks great. He looks fantastic.
Come on.
The voiding of the contract of Kawhi Leonard, Azo. Because again, back in 2000,
that's why it's on hold.
Joe Smith. There's no other reason why the Raptors said, "Let's put it on hold." There's no other. That's it. You now hear from enough people. You do the math on it. A suspension didn't make any sense to pause a trade for that.
And even if it went to arbitration, he can play through it
if the league lets him.
Yeah.
I mean, if he has a contract.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. If it was just a suspension, if they don't void it and it's just a clear suspension and it does go to arbitration, he could even play through that if he wanted to. No, the voiding of the contract is the entire reason why this is on hold. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like there's no other thing that makes sense.
And
it seems like a possibility.
To be a fly on the wall in MLSC when they finally realized, I don't know if this was a good idea. Because even if this gets worked out, there is a lot of uncertainty here.
Yeah.
And there's some nervous people. It could work out fine for the Raptors. It really could. It goes one of two ways at this point.
No, and we talked about the timeline yesterday, how it was all over the place, and that's because of this arbitration angle too. Like there's so many like balls still up in the air right now.
I mean, that's my issue, right? That's my issue. It's not like Kawhi has to pee in a cup and then he's cleared.
Right.
Like that's not the story. If only it was that straightforward. If only things were that straightforward. If only things were that simple. I'm still just trying to wonder how the Raptors got involved in something like this on a 35-year-old guy.
And is the goodwill all gone? Like, even if this finally does get like finalized somehow and Kawhi's a Raptor, we all still just celebrating? This guy you can't really trust? Is the FBI knocking on the door after? To what you said earlier? How they let these betting guys go and the FBI just jumped in right after?
No one's worse at investigating anything than the NBA.
Than the NBA. It's
like, that's the
proven.
other part of this I can't wrap my head around.
True.
I was like, oh, the NBA's on it. Nah. Sid's shirt in the chat. It's a big mistake. Sean in the Yukon, so many balls everywhere. Dennis Rokon, balls to the wall, man. Like it's.
But there is that's why I think the timeline's so screwed up. Because part of me thinks that's where this all went wrong yesterday. Because people inside the Clippers organization thought they were negotiating with the Clippers. Like first, maybe the league went to them and said, "Okay, we won't hit you with cap circumvention, but we'll hit you with like a fine, say, right, instead of like draft picks being taken away for just the introductions you made to these people who paid Kawhi."
Which is lower level stuff than
right.
like the actual
So we'll let you
funneling
look
of
good
money.
in this Steve Ballmer. We'll let you look. And the Clippers employees just started leaking stuff to Ramona and Baxter saying, "Oh, it looks like we're in the clear. It's just going to be this Lester
but
thing."
that point you bring up is very important because it was so damn obvious what was happening yesterday.
Yeah. Right?
That was all Ballmer.
Was it though? Yeah.
Well, the NBA came out 2 hours later and said,
Whoa.
And they put it on the table. Oh, we got a statement too. Yeah, hold up.
They're like, hold up, wait a minute.
Hold up. We got statements
Yeah.
and a short one. Inaccuracies. Do you know what you do to a journalist when you say there's inaccuracies?
Oh.
You stab them in the lower back.
True.
You shiv them like it's an episode of Oz. That is all they got.
And the fact that Clippers had that statement on introductions ready to go and just released it.
Yep.
Like that was telling to me that the Clippers were the ones who sourced all of this to the reporters, to ESPN.
100%. Now, I think ESPN...
Because I still don't understand why the Clippers dropped that statement at all.
They wanted to make a double statement. They put out, they leaked their stuff to the reporters. Boom, statement one. They come out double, because the NBA only came out after the double statement.
Right.
It wasn't the report from ESPN that they didn't find anything. No. Pablo Torre's got more stuff, man.
Yeah, and that's
telling you.
That's
Pablo Torre's got more
told
stuff.
us yesterday. He tweeted it out. Come on, man. Yeah, of course he does.
Pablo Torre has got that Rhode Island soccer thing reeks. Reeks.
Truly.
Do you know how much public money is in that Rhode Island stadium story?
But that's why. Do you even feel safe trading for this guy now? Like, could there be more legal stuff afterwards? Like, is the goodwill of this trade gone? One, because people have had to listen to all this for this much time. And now you're still celebrating this guy coming here when you don't know who else is like. He's got to watch over his back a lot. You know why the Raptors are in this mess? You asked that question because he baited them into this. He said this was the only place he wanted to come. He wanted to come to Canada. He wanted to come to Toronto.
It's true.
He baited them into getting in on this. Right?
I mean,
that's the part that keeps sticking with me. Why was Toronto and the Raptors the only place this guy wanted to go?
I have
and
a lot.
Now he's taking jobs in China and Hong Kong.
I have a lot of questions as well. When he gets back from Kai Tech Arena,
I think he's somewhere else now. He's doing a whole tour over there, man.
he went to the Wuhan. He went to Kai Tech Arena.
There was video of him yesterday.
What else was scheduled to happen for
somewhere
Kawhi?
else in China? I can't remember.
On Kawhi Leonard running from just doing a tour of Asia.
Yeah. But why?
Why Kawhi? Like nothing's ever clean, right? With this guy? Did you notice that? It's always like a thing. It's either the injury or I don't want to play or is he going to sign or Uncle Dennis wants to own the Leafs and Uncle Dennis then wants to own the Lakers. And we still don't know who technically owns the Lakers. Jeannie Buss is not signing off on that sale yet.
That's an even.
ESPN,
That's another disaster.
Shams got that wrong yesterday. Shams jumped in saying, "Oh, the Buss family is going to sell their shares
All voted.
to Josh Kushner and to Bob Iger." Nope. Boom. That one's incorrect.
Yeah, ESPN took a hit. Yes.
ESPN. Wow. Jeannie Buss is using the legal strategy of from my cold dead hand is what she's using, and Shams had no idea.
Yeah, Steve Sloshhager's letting us know he's in Chengdu. Is that who you said?
Chengdu? Yeah, I think so. The Smurf.
That's where he was. That's what it was. It was him walking through the airport there yesterday.
The Smurf in the chat. He's touring places to play basketball next year, guys.
Maybe. I was thinking about that. Like the Michael Jordan thing when he left to play baseball. You think that was like he really wanted to pursue a baseball career? The NBA was like, with all the gambling stuff going on, maybe go away for a year
No,
or two.
listen, dude. I think it's perfectly normal for a player who's the greatest of all time at the peak of their powers to leave for exactly 1 calendar year and play baseball at a minor league level with Terry Francona. Was Francona not the manager of that team?
The first year.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The first.
Terry Francona.
Like, man, the NBA has always kind of worked this.
Viper in the chat. No, guys, Jordan definitely had to leave for a year. That's definitely what happened there.
I keep thinking about that too. Like they would try and maybe work something out with these guys. The NBA is all about negotiating deals with these guys.
Let me, Azzo, let me pitch you the following.
Okay.
Because I was thinking of this during all of that yesterday between the NBA and ESPN and the Clippers. And let me ask Raptor fans the following. Let's say in the next 3 hours, the Raptors put out a statement saying they are no longer trading for Kawhi Leonard. But let's say the Raptors come around and say, by the way, we've just made a trade with Masai Ujiri in Dallas. Do I have your attention?
Yeah.
So let's say the trade is this. Let's say the Raptors walk away from Kawhi. And now you got Masai Ujiri running the Mavericks. Last time I checked, Bobby Webster, Masai, they know each other. What if the deal becomes this? Bleacher Report threw this out yesterday. It was a random tweet.
I saw.
Did you see this?
Yes.
It was so random. It's like, why is someone floating this? Here's the trade.
Mm-hmm.
Mavericks receive Emmanuel Quickley, Jacoby Walter, and a top 5 protected first rounder in 2028. And the Raptors in that trade would get, with I believe another 2 years and a player option on the deal, Kyrie Irving.
Mm-hmm. Who can drive here on the flat earth?
Hey, if he's a Raptor, he can call Earth whatever he wants.
Whatever he
I'm a
wants.
fan of Kyrie Irving.
Hey, the guard play is where they really struggled last year. I'm good with it.
So I think we're all of the same opinion. Emmanuel Quickley, not as good as Kyrie Irving. Now, you can say Kyrie Irving's been hurt a lot lately.
Yeah.
I'm like, have you been watching Emmanuel Quickley?
Mm-hmm.
So Raptor fans, what if the Kawhi trade, the Raptors take their medicine and walk away, but they pull off something like that? How do you feel about that?
Makes the team better, right?
Scotty Barnes, a pissed off, disinterested Brandon Ingram, and Kyrie Irving, assuming Ingram is still a part of the team. How do you feel about that? It's funny you saw the same thing floated yesterday.
I did.
Why all of a sudden is this floated yesterday?
But I see, to me, because I saw some of the graphics had Kawhi on it. It had Scotty, Kawhi, and Kyrie. So to me, it was they were saying, well, now if Kawhi, because I think here's the problem with media sometimes. Everybody sees the first headline. They don't see everything that happens afterwards. Everybody saw the Clippers.
I think everyone reads everything.
You almost had me there.
I think you're wrong.
Everybody went with the initial ESPN thing and said, well, Kawhi's going to be a Raptor soon. So then Bleacher Report floated that out because some of the graphics I saw had Kawhi, Kyrie, and Scotty as the 3 faces on there. And Kyrie makes it because he's 34. So if you're going to go with the 35-year-old Kawhi, why not bring in a 34-year-old Ingram or Irving?
See, DR3 in the chat. Bring in Kawhi and Irving. Let's go. No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, I know.
What I'm saying is if the because like Steeler in the chat, Kyrie would be entertaining at the very least.
Exactly.
Agreed.
But again, their guard play suffered last year.
Yeah.
Like they weren't great at those 2 spots.
Keo in the chat, Kawhi over Kyrie any day. What if you can't get Kawhi?
Yeah, we're not comparing the two.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying if there's a world where, let's say this week, the Raptors
could make a move.
say we don't feel comfortable with this and move on, and Bobby talks to a guy he's known for like 10 years.
Right. Let's make a deal.
And let's say the Mavericks live in a world, I don't know, where Cooper Flag is going to get way more usage next year. Way more.
And correct me, Masai was here when they got Quickly, right? He liked Quickly.
Yeah.
Right?
He quickly liked Quickly.
He quickly liked Quickly.
Can control life in the chat. Kyrie can also be a diva. Agreed. 100%.
Kawhi can't?
Well, good point.
What are we talking about here? I mean, Brandon Ingram can be sometimes.
Tim in the chat. Kyrie is just as sketchy. Yeah, I think there's less sketchy on their resumes right now. There's different types of sketchy.
Kyrie seems
it's different types
more
of sketchy
off the court, but like in a different way, if you know what I'm saying. He says some weird stuff.
There's now handles. Some of the handles in this chat are killing me.
Just
Sid as a party is a handle.
I know. It's been there for a week.
I like it. Sid has a party writes, don't understand for the life of me as to why Bobby got involved in the first place. We'll find out eventually. I think it's a valid point. Again, odds are they land Kawhi, but no one knows when.
But because Kawhi told them to get involved. He played the Raptors
again.
He
100% he did.
them.
100%
When it was Toronto's the only place I want to go. I want to go back there, even though I left for really not that much more money.
Nick Bolio in the chat. Kyrie is a freak. Do not touch him.
He's a freak, but he can play some ball.
All I know is this started floating yesterday of all days on Twitter, and I was like,
it was weird.
Who's floating this?
Because I saw it immediately after the show yesterday.
Someone's floating that. I don't know if it's just Bleacher Report. I don't know if it's someone from Dallas. I don't know if it's someone from LA. I don't know if it's someone from Toronto. Somebody started floating like alternative Raptor trades.
Yeah. I think they had a bunch. I don't think it was just the one. It was different ones.
Involving the Raptors?
No, from around the league. But that was the one they had for the Raptors.
But you know, at this moment in time, you float an alternative Raptors trade, it's going to get some run on social media.
That's the one that got all the headlines, and I saw tweeted about the most, without a doubt.
Small victory Schneider in the chat. Malachi Smith floated it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well played.
They had a few more tweets yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, just a little. Just a few. Yeah, Raptor social media team on fire right now. Hey, it's Cliffy in the chat. Raptors should just go get Dylan Larkin. We'll get to Dylan Larkin in a second. Dumbest headline Azzo has ever sent me.
It's so good.
Dumbest. Okay, so I didn't see complete no's from Raptor fans if they walked away from Kawhi and did a Kyrie Irving trade. Mm-hmm. I didn't see all no's. Something to think about. Anything else on this before we move on?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the latest. Boy, yesterday was kind of fun, though. I have to say.
Definitely.
Kind of fun.
When do you ever get 3 statements regarding the same story?
By the way, by this time tomorrow, just because I'll have some time on my hands, we may have like 4 Kawhi audio drops for the show. We may have it in the system for tomorrow. No promises. No 3-putting in the chat. Do not trade for Irving.
So I'm looking at all the stuff that went out, and it is under the condition that Kawhi's here. Like they are saying, pair Kyrie Irving with Kawhi Leonard in Toronto.
Pairing, eh?
Yeah, that's what they want to do. That's what Bleacher Report was.
Oh, I have a completely different feeling on that now.
Yeah.
To me, it's not a pairing. To me, it's a plan B.
Well, it could be, though.
That could be plan B.
Again, it was one of the spots I thought the Raptors had to get better was at the guard position.
I'm with you, man.
And this does it. Like, again, does it make the Raptors better or not?
I mean, again, I don't.
No, but that's interesting.
I never understood the Kawhi thing on its own. Never mind all the other stuff in the Eastern Conference right now. What does that do to them? Are they beating Philly in a best of 7? Are they beating Boston in a best of 7? Are they beating Miami in a best of 7? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not beating the Knicks.
I think they're pretty good defensively, but there's a lot.
Defensively, they get better. They get more scoring.
Very much better. I think
but there are deficiencies all over that roster still.
Without a doubt.
You don't know if Quickly's even going to be healthy for those series.
Yep.
That's what's blowing my mind about all of this. It still doesn't guarantee you. And like when Kawhi came here in 2018, No one could deny what this did for the team. The only thing that was up for debate was, is Kyle Lowry going to kill someone because everything's changed? That was basically it. And it almost happened.
Yep.
But to Nick Nurse's credit and Bobby Webster's credit and Masai's credit, everyone stayed even keel. And they won a championship. But what Kawhi did to the roster for the Raptors in 2018 was not a discussion. Everyone knew what that was going to bring. You were concerned about the health. The free agency, no one cared about really in the moment. You were worried about the health. That was the big one. Okay. But in terms of talent and what they needed at the time, perfect. Perfect. They were ready. And they didn't even have OG for that postseason.
It's true.
This one, I'm not as convinced. They're better. All this to go from 5th to 3rd in the East? I don't know. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
To be fair, though, like a team like the Sixers would have injury concerns and stuff too. Right?
But they also have like 7 guys that can score 20 a game.
That's fair. And
Raptors do not have that. Studs. Edgecombe is one of my favorite players in the league.
Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey's the best player on the team.
Agreed.
Okay. We'll move on from this. I have a sneaking suspicion. Not the last time we're going to talk about him. What do you got?
No, where was it? It's like, guys, Kawhi has a side deal with Bobby to chase Kyrie. Maybe that's where it comes
Oh, there. Yes.
Imagine.
Yes.
Who said it? Shoot, I want to give him credit.
Kawhi comes in and says, hey, who's your Shea Gilgeous? Get rid of him. Please.
Oh, it was Ed. Ed in the chat here said it. That's pretty funny.
Corey in the chat. Raptors are going to the finals. No, they're not.
And RMC I wanted to do. What it do, Chengdu?
He might be playing there next year. You never know. Azzo, I don't know if this math is right, and someone in the chat will correct me. Please do. Do you know what the Jays' all-time record is at Tropicana Field?
Oh, boy.
I had to look this up
Of
again.
course you did.
Jays open up a 3-game series tonight.
No idea.
92 and 147 at Tropicana Field.
No way.
92 and they have to deal with that crowd of 15,000 people tonight. How much noise are they going to make?
Their average attendance is up this year, Sid. It's to 17,433. They're over 17,000 a game. Come on.
It's like the new camp in Barcelona. It's like 110,000 people there.
It's the highest it's been in a while.
Most pathetic sports crowd ever.
Oh,
Tampa.
Goodness.
Pathetic. What, all 7 people in Tampa are going to get mad at me?
Maybe it's part of the...
Take off. Go kick rocks into empty seats. When I used to tweet a bit more, and I'd mention how no one's in Tampa, you know who got really mad at that? Tampa.
Yeah.
Very, very mad at that. Jays open up a series. They are a half game back of the 3rd wild card spot. Twins are also a half game back. Guardians are a game back. By the way, the Mariners are now around. The Mariners are only 2 games back, and you have a 3-way tie for that last wild card spot between Baltimore, Texas, and the Tigers. Jose Soriano makes his 3rd Jays start tonight. Like, his walks are kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
I could use a few more strikeouts tonight, if I'm being honest. I know generally he's looked okay.
Yeah.
One okay start, one really good start. We'll see how he goes tonight. Nick Martinez, who walks nobody, is pitching for Tampa tonight.
He's been really good this year.
Holy cow, he's been good. Now, he's not a big strikeout guy, but against this team, he might get 10 Ks tonight. Who are you kidding?
The Ks don't even matter because it'll be 1st and 2nd pitch that they'll get out on.
It's a good point.
Right? Like,
It's a
that's
very
why
good point.
they don't even really strike out, I don't think, all that much, but it's just how they give them out.
Azzo, let me ask you something. Jays are 4 games under 500 with 36 games to go on the schedule. Despite what's gone on in this American League, sorry, let me rephrase that. The American League has allowed the Jays to stay into this.
100%.
So they play 6 games this week, 3 in Tampa, 3 at Yankee Stadium. What's the record got to be, in your opinion?
At least a split, minimum split.
No, I think you got to do better than that. I got to see 4-2.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to see 4-2. You got to make up. You cannot I have a hard time believing a team below 500 is going to make the playoffs. I think this will correct itself.
Oof.
I really do. Baltimore should have swept Tampa last night. Like, they were right there.
They were. Well,
Baltimore's kind of woken up.
Pete
Like,
Alonso's hitting home runs for them. Like I
Yeah,
mentioned,
exactly.
He won AL Player of the Week this week because he's been banging.
Yusuf in the chat, they got to go 4-2. Corey says they got to go 5-1. I don't know if you got to go 5-1, but considering how bad you always are in Tampa, I'm not expecting 5-1.
Baltimore's now playing the Yankees, so they're like they've got it stacked up against them. But you're right, Rangers are playing Washington, and the Tigers are playing Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So there you go. Minnesota's at Atlanta or playing Atlanta. Sorry, they're at home against Atlanta. And the Guardians could make a run. They're playing San Francisco. Like they're playing one of the worst teams. This is going to flip flop for the rest of the year. Unless one team gets hot and goes on a run, which could even be the Mariners, who haven't hit.
Maybe
they might be worse than the Jays hitting wise, and they got excellent pitching too.
Tiff in the chat, go bold, Sid. Jays need to sweep one series and win another.
Yeah, but they haven't swept. Have they swept?
They don't sweep anything.
They don't sweep. They had chances the last 2 series and they didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're sweeping. Small victory Schneider in the chat. Jays might score -2 runs tonight. I don't know if that's possible.
But I think there's 36 games left. So the
36 games left,
and then
correct.
they have 30 games after this. So for me, if you thread water and then after this you have 30 games against all these teams around you that are under 500, you're going to stay in it. So I think if you can just split this and get through this week without absolutely being a collapse
I guess
on the road.
where I'm coming from, Mazzo, is like everyone's so mid to below mid. 8-1. If any of these teams goes 8-1, they're going to get it.
Yes. No, if one team goes on a run,
An
you're
8-1
right.
stretch over 9, and you got it. It's yours.
But none of these
Who wants
teams
it?
have
Take
gone
it.
on a run.
Anyone.
Yeah, it's
anyone.
true.
Everyone's just like, oh no.
But the Jays have the best record in the last 10 out of all these teams. So, like, nobody's really going on. Like, the only team we've really seen go on a run like that is the Red Sox this year.
No, you're right.
And they were
You're right.
2 weeks before that, people were calling them the most embarrassing franchise in the majors.
You're right.
It's insane. I told you, it's the bad teacher. The American League's that bad. You might not want to hear it, but it's the only argument you need right now because nobody's stepping up or playing good.
It's the only argument I need, Sean.
Exactly.
It's Sean, right?
Yeah.
That was those kids'
It
name.
is. I do think a team could make the playoffs being under 500, which is ridiculous.
I pray that's not the case.
Like, even the Astros are winning their division. They're barely over 500.
Astros kind of suck.
Yeah.
The Astros picked up Dalton Varsho and said, we're better. That's what the Astros are. All due respect to Dalton.
No, and the Jays lost.
Actually, I don't care. Whatever.
The Jays lost the
But, like-
commissioner of their fantasy football league.
Oh, I can't wait for another 4 interviews about fantasy football tonight. That was riveting. Riveting stuff.
Well, Max has to talk about it one more time.
Riveting stuff.
Do you think they should bump up? Because with the off days now, can they go?
By the way, my favorite part of that Max interview was
Yeah.
they asked him if he's going to be the commissioner of the fantasy football league. He's like, man, I'm busy. I'm like, dude, you're on the road for 6 days. You're
I got
busy
4
with what?
kids. Yeah,
What-
it's like I got 4 kids.
Sorry, is the family always on the road with you? Am I missing something?
It's Tampa and New York, maybe. It's only 6 games.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so that's tonight. And first pitch, which is always weird in Tampa because people don't want to spend any late hour watching baseball in Tampa because
They
they
go
hate
right
baseball.
from the early bird special to the
Yeah,
ballpark.
6.
It's old people there. Come on, man. They got to get to bed.
By the way, I have to pull this. Did you see the promo they ran? Sportsnet had Orioles and Rays last night, but they had the Rays broadcast. Do you know the promotion they're running for seniors to watch the Rays?
No.
It's called Golden Rays. And it's a discount for seniors. And they went around the ballpark looking for old ass people and showed them. I swear to God.
Come on.
It's called, they were destroying people's faces. Because I bet you there was someone in there that's probably like 41, but looks old as F.
Oh, my goodness.
And
I know a few
poor
people like that.
Gertrude is thrown into that. It's called the Golden Rays promotion. And the production truck's like, okay, guys, find the oldest 5 people in the crowd, please. Let's show them. And take 1, and camera 1, take.
Person
Camera
with
2,
gray hair
take.
and 121.
Yeah.
Person with gray
that's
hair.
exactly what it is.
121?
One guy had gray hair with a ponytail. I'm like, that guy might not be 60.
Sounds
What are you
very-
doing?
That sounds very Florida to me.
I died. They destroyed people.
Come on.
And the broadcaster,
that.
the guy who's done, I forget his name for the Rays. He's actually got a great voice. He's always been doing Rays baseball. He's like, come on, the Golden Rays promotion coming out to senior 65 and over. And you get to meet Johnny DeLuca. Or I forget what the promotion
Hang
is.
on. Of course, it's not working. This
Oh,
board's
Hazel's
not
having a
working
rough
today.
time.
Michael, what is this?
Just an old person trying to enjoy
Yeah,
a baseball
just an
game.
old-
That's it.
Dear old people, watch this first place team that's 30 games above 500.
No wonder they
Please
can't-
come out and watch us.
No wonder they can't get anybody to the ballpark. Old people show up and they make
Man.
fun of them. That's not cool.
Man,
so not cool.
I couldn't. I thought it was so offside. The promo, the Golden Rays promotion.
That's actually
Watch the
funny.
Rays for $10.
Oh man.
Oh. Marcus in the chat. Great time of the year for the old people Golden Rays. It's true. Christopher Bird in the chat. Take a nap in your seat. It's part of the promotion. Yep. Or just walk the concourse. You have a good old-fashioned mall walk while you're there.
But this team could go 4-2 in these two games. They've won 6 series.
I think
in a
that's
row if you don't
a
take-
minimum. Like the day, like you have to make up ground.
Mm-hmm.
You have not made up much ground in a serious way since Jeff Hoffman blew that save in Baltimore Saturday afternoon. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They have not made up any real ground. You gotta get through the stretch. And the Yankees are playing awful baseball.
They are. Well,
Like,
they're missing
awful.
so many, but they are awful.
Anything else on the Jays tonight?
Not on tonight. No.
Okay, you good?
Yeah, I guess. Just what are they gonna like? Man.
Well, you got. Hold on. You clearly have something on your mind.
No. I was gonna say just with the offense in total. Your point yesterday, because like they have a lot of days off, and they could. I know this was a big talking point on Sportsnet yesterday, because with the day off, could they keep Dylan Cease on regular rest, and it would be him versus Schlittler on Friday night in New York.
Is that on regular rest?
Yes.
Okay.
But they're not going to do that because they value their rest, and they'll give him the extra day. And
Oh,
they'll
they're
try
in the
and go
extra
5
day.
men.
So Cease will go Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
Which he has been typically.
Can I?
But if a team's really into it, like, man, I miss the days of CC Sabathia going every 4 or 5 days just to go out there. He was throwing 100 pitches because I hear the thing is.
Dude, this Jays team, their training staff are at the point where they think Brett Bateman needs rest. Brett Bateman would play 3 games in a day for you right now if you asked him to. But these idiots running the Jays are like, guys, we need to give him some rest. Okay.
Because he's eager. They're
All
getting
right.
his analytics against lefties. And everything.
I'm with you. I like to see Cease and Schlittler on Friday. I think the Jays have bigger fish to fry. I have to be honest with you. The Cease Cy Young thing is not preoccupying my thoughts.
Yeah.
This team is so oddly close to a playoff spot. I can't stop. I'm not really that agitated if Cease doesn't win the Cy Young. He might,
Yeah.
but
Some people think he's going to. I saw like Ben Verlander's
We'll see.
calling for it to that.
we'll see.
But I just know it was a huge talking point on sports, and I don't like it. Doesn't matter to me, but because they're actually pretty good with openers. But also, the thing is, all these arms are tired by now, and
They are.
And if their
They
offense
are.
wasn't the worst in the league, you wouldn't have to use these guys all the time. It's insane. Like that's why they're tired because they play so many close games. And here's the other thing: even if they make the wild card, they're back to that team we saw go to the playoffs in 2023, where they lost 2 straight games to the Twins, scoring 1 run in both.
Oh, I'm with you. No one's suggesting look out. If anything, it's Seattle people might be worried about.
Like, forget the pitching. The offense just has to do it from here on out.
Christopher Bird in the chat. You're playing too well. Hey, take a day off. Jay's medical staff. Thank you.
But Bateman's, like, he has been amazing. And I think it's, like, finally getting the opportunity to come up. Because, like, he's stuck in that Cubs system with PCA, who's an MVP candidate this year.
Did you see what went on last night at Wrigley Field? Because that was
in
the
the 10th
game.
inning?
That was the Sportsnet game after.
White Sox
Wow.
and Cubs, yeah.
Pete Crow Armstrong. How'd that Javi Baez trade work out to you for Mets? The Mets gave up Pete Crow Armstrong in the Javi Baez deal in 2021.
Wow.
You idiots.
And he's delivering every time.
And his home run swing is like so effortless. I'm like, he needs to pee in a cup immediately, that kid.
It's true.
He doesn't even try. You have, like, Dalton Varsho has been swinging out of his shoes for like 3 years. He barely hits a home run. This kid, like, he makes contact. That thing's out to right field.
Gone.
Pete Crow, you know what? I still don't think he's the MVP because Shohei Ohtani's pitched very well this year. I'm sorry.
And he was,
Shohei's the MVP.
Guy who can
Shohei
do both.
Ohtani's the MVP, pitching and hitting like that. Sorry, Pete Crow, I apologize. But it's Ohtani.
No, but to me, that's why Bateman plays the way he does. Like, he thought he was going to be stuck in the Cubs system forever because there's a kid who was playing center field. He has to look up at the major league team, and Pete Crow Armstrong's out there who's like...
That actually low-key might be, not low-key, could be one of Ross Atkins' best moves.
Yeah.
That's clearly going to a farm, going to a team that is not going to promote any center fielder anywhere in their system for years.
Exactly.
We'll take him.
Yeah.
Done.
Except they're going to platoon him. Watch.
Well, because he needs the rest.
Yeah, of course.
needs
Of
rest.
course. They won't give him a chance. Anyway.
Okay, I want to. Usually we have a bunch of other stuff. Like we don't usually go around Major League Baseball as much, but there were 2 stories last night I want to bring up. The Boston Red Sox were hosting the Diamondbacks. Arizona is they're also in that National League kind of wild card hunt. And woke up this morning a game back of San Diego for the last wild card in the NL, the third wild card. And Blue Jay fans have probably heard the name Ketel Marte now and again. Ketel Marte has been linked at times with the Jays as a second baseman because he's been good. He's been an all-star. He's been a good bat. And I believe he's in the second year of like a 6-year contract, something along those lines. So like there's also, some, if you heard this before, control with a player like Ketel Marte. The other thing with Ketel Marte is occasionally off the field there's headlines too. For example, last year goes to the All-Star game and he comes back late to join his team who were in a playoff race also a year ago. I think he missed 3 games after the All-Star game. Clubhouse didn't receive it well. They go in the tank not long after that, and the Diamondbacks don't make the playoffs. It was a bit of a story. Well, yesterday in Boston, everyone for the Diamondbacks showed up. What's batting practice, like 3:30, 3 o'clock?
Around
Between
4.
3 and 4 Eastern, usually?
For the visiting
or local?
team? Yeah, I think the visiting team goes second, so probably around 4:35.
Oh, so it's even later.
Yeah.
So you have more time than normal. If
Yep.
you're a visiting team, just for those who don't know, if you're a visiting team in Major League Baseball, that's when you have BP.
The home team always goes first.
If you want it. Once in a blue moon, if you're getting in late, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning the night before, you might skip it. But normally you don't. So yesterday around 4:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30, batting practice for Arizona at Fenway Park. Guess who doesn't show up for it? Ketel Marte. And right before the game, the Diamondbacks put out a statement that said Marte was put on the restricted list in his day-to-day. The restricted list is basically you're not being paid tonight. Ketel Marte was an all-star last season. This season, it hasn't been the same kind of year. Defensive metrics down, offensive numbers a little down. He hasn't been the same player, but still a guy you want in your lineup, especially if you're in a playoff chase like Arizona is. So there was like mild reporting before the game that Ketel Marte's fine, he's just not at the ballpark. So everyone's like, okay, that's super weird. And the Diamondbacks go out there and get destroyed by the Red Sox 11-1. Clearly, their minds looked a little preoccupied. So after the game, again, the team has not made any formal statement on this other than Ketel Marte's not being paid tonight. He's on the restricted list. So manager Torey Lovullo, who's been doing this a long time now, is made to go in front of the media and talk about this last night. This was one of the more extraordinary things I have heard in sports in a while. Because he didn't have all the information, he was emotional about it, and he was trying to be careful at the same time about what was going on. I've rarely heard someone in a professional sports environment try and walk around landmines the way Torey Lovullo did last night, manager of the Diamondbacks, at Fenway. And it didn't feel like there was a lot of traveling Arizona media there. Like, budgets have been cut, TV stations and radio stations across North America. You know that by now. So it didn't feel like there was a huge scrum around Lovullo. But this was wild to me listening. Like, he didn't have a ton of answers. The answers he had, he needed to be careful with. But he was trying to be honest at the same time about what the hell just happened. Where's Ketel Marte? Where is your all-star second baseman? And this is most of it last night. Here's how it sounded.
Is that he's dealing with a personal issue. We're trying to figure that out, and he didn't show up today, and he was put on the restricted list. That's as much as I know right now. I'm sure in time we'll start to uncover and unravel some information, but I knew that there was something going on today when I met with you guys. But I still believe he was going to be here, and he just didn't show up.
Did you have communication with him?
Very little this morning, this afternoon, and I just was doing my best to reach out to him, and there was very little coming back.
So you were hopeful he was coming, and that was the holdup with the lineup?
Yeah, I think there were two pieces to that puzzle. The one was Nolan Arenado, for sure. And then, Cattell was in it, and we had contingency plans in case one or both players weren't available. So once we figured out that part of the puzzle, we got that lineup moving. So we were very prepared to go in two different directions today, and you saw the final piece.
He's here though in Boston. Is he here?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
How disappointing is it that the communication wasn't relayed to you earlier?
We deal with a lot as baseball managers and coaches and teachers. So, sometimes you get disappointed, sometimes you get let down, but we're gonna figure out how to work through this.
I know he had the restricted list placement last year because he had issues where he hasn't showed up on time, or
No, this is the first time.
what do you think is the way forward for Cattell?
I don't know. Just care for him and love him.
When did you start to get an inkling that this might be? How did it come about where you realized he might not?
When I woke up this morning. So I want to keep that private though.
You seem a little emotional. Are you worried?
No, not really. I love him and I care for him. It'll be okay.
Have you ever heard anything like that before in professional
No,
sports?
really. I mean-
That's a first for me.
Yeah. Terry can be pretty emotional. I know he has gone when he talks about his players, but not like to that degree.
That's an experienced baseball man talking.
Yeah, it is. No, I like Terry a lot.
It's, Torey Lovella, right?
Torrey,
Yeah.
sorry.
No problem. When did that Red Sox game end yesterday? We're talking between 9:30 and 10:15?
Probably. That sounds about right.
That guy still didn't know if he was in the city.
Yeah.
His manager did not know if Ketel Marte was in the city at around 9:30 and 10:15.
Yeah.
So
And
that was sorry, Azza, let me get to this stuff.
yeah.
That was last night. This morning, because the team's not saying anything. Unless they are.
No, and the only thing I was going to say, he was seen at the hotel lobby or at the bar or something at the hotel the night before.
Who's reporting that?
There was a report from
Okay.
Arizona thing on that.
So
He knew he was there.
This morning at 10:40 a.m., Enrique Rojas of ESPN tweeted this out. Source, Ketel Marte remains in Boston dealing with a personal situation. He and his family are fine. Marte has been in communication with the Diamondbacks through the appropriate channels and hopes to resolve his matter as soon as possible to return to playing baseball. That was at 10:40 Eastern this morning. 11:49 a.m. Eastern. It's then reported Ketel Marte is returning to Arizona to undergo an MRI on his knee. Couple things. One, is it his knee or is it a personal issue? Because if you're a Diamondbacks fan in a playoff race, if you're a teammate of his in a playoff race, if you're Torey Lovella, the manager, I think you need to know that. That's one. Second, it is irresponsible for the Arizona Diamondbacks in terms of their president and their GM and ownership to not provide any more clarity than Torey Lovella did yesterday. They hung their manager out to dry in a way I've rarely seen. Rarely seen. You need at least a statement from the organization for any level of clarity. How about this, for example, for some of you saying, what do you mean? Here's what I mean. Ketel Marte is going through a personal situation right now. Manager Torey Lovella will not comment after the game. We will have more information tomorrow. Ketel is fine. His family's fine. And we will keep you abreast of the ongoing situation. Thank you. How about that? Throwing your manager out there. The guy was drowning. And he's done a million of those media scrums. He's drowning. He's never seen anything like this. Nothing from the GM, nothing from the president, nothing from the owner of that garbage organization. That's one of the biggest reasons I wanted to play you that. If someone gets hung out to dry, it kind of bothers me. Whether I'm 18 or now, it's always bothered me. Always. Because people who aren't fit to hold their positions let someone else take care of it because they can barely read. That's why it bothers me. I felt for that guy last night listening to that. That's crazy that he had to go through that. And he's emotional on top of it. He's trying to humanize the situation. That's okay. Torrey will take care of it in the scrum in Boston afterwards. How this Arizona organization found their way ass backwards into a World Series one year and then an appearance just a couple of years ago, I'll never know. That's a joke of an organization. Joke to let their manager handle it like that. Meanwhile, what the hell is going on here? Is it a personal issue or not? Is it an injury or not? Because now someone's lying. Do you know how bad it makes the manager look to go through what he went through last night? All of a sudden you throw out, it's a knee issue. Didn't sound like a knee issue. I don't know why they got me going like that. I didn't like that at all.
I think you're
I
right
didn't
to
like
do
that at all. Like, what do you, again, Azo and I are not going to read into what's going on with Ketel Marte.
No,
That's
of
not our
course
job here. But in terms of how the team handled the comms on this,
For sure.
that is amateur hour from the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Amateur hour.
Apparently, Perdomo got grilled with questions in the locker room after, too, and he's like, I haven't been able to get a hold of him, so I don't know what to tell you.
What is Perdomo going to say? And I know,
Well, 'cause
I
he's
know he's
supposed to be his
tight.
best friend, yeah.
but like that. But he's not the manager.
Yeah, I
and he's
know.
not the GM.
But
he's
nobody
not the
knew.
president.
Yeah.
All these guys want the office and the suits. They want any other responsibility because they're punks.
All I'm saying
All
is
of them. They're someone's nephew or cousin.
If the team released a statement, they wouldn't have to go through that after the game or said something. Just release something. Because you're right. So it was my first thing I told you was John Gambadoro, who's an afternoon radio host who said people he talked to saw him at, and there was a Spanish, I saw him at the hotel lobby bar after
In
11
Boston.
o'clock in Boston.
Right.
And then there was a Ronaldo Fermin was reporting it as well. And then today, Enrique, who you just referenced, Enrique Rojas, right? He put that out about him being in Boston dealing with a personal situation. Then he reported that the Arizona Republic said he went back to Phoenix for a MRI, but ended it with like a thing said, this saga looks like it will have multiple chapters. Like everybody's in the lost for it. That's why that was the end of his tweet. It wasn't
It's
Spanish.
really concerning.
It is weird.
Because like there's stories that are devastating to all human beings that are super
Yes, of
clean
course.
and easy to tell you. There's been a death in the family. Please respect his privacy. We wish him the best.
But making a statement can put that all
What
out there.
this murkiness doesn't help anybody. If I'm Torey Lovello after that joke last night, I'm not keep every microphone out of my damn face tonight. I'm not dealing with anything. You can go to the GM and president if you want something tonight.
Yeah, no.
This is insane.
The PR guy can make a statement saying, listen, we know this is the matter. He doesn't have any
Was the
info.
PR guy drinking the night before too?
I don't know.
What the hell's going on?
That is weird. No, they hung him out to dry. You're 100% right on that. And it sucks for a guy like him.
That's the only reason
Like
I'm bringing
Torey.
this up. The comms on this, I don't think comms are complicated. I really don't. Anyone who makes comms complicated doesn't know how to do it.
Because you know those questions are coming. So just end
You
them
know
before
every
they
question.
come.
You don't know someone's going to ask you, where's Ketel Marte?
And just keep hammering it.
You
unless
don't know someone's going to ask you, is he in Boston? That was a surprise to the comms team on the Arizona Diamondbacks? Now, in their defense, seems like things were happening at the last second. Okay. Incredible. That's one of the more extraordinary pieces of audio I've heard in a while in sports. That's crazy how they left their manager out to dry the organization.
But you can tell Enrique
Insane.
Rojas is close to all this, and he trusts his sources. To report he was in Boston dealing with a personal situation, now hearing the MRI thing, you're right. Like, what is this?
Hey, Arizona, what is this?
Man.
Michael, what is this?
But it not
Jesus.
fair to parade your manager out there just to, like, how many questions was that?
I hate that. That was like 2.5. I cut it down. Like it was basically 2.5 minutes. He's like almost crying. Stupid.
And I'm sure Perdomo was the same way because, like you said, they're boys. They're
I didn't even
close.
see the Perdomo stuff.
No, it was.
I know Perdomo in the past has come to his defense plenty.
Yes.
Plenty.
But I don't think it was on camera. I think he was just getting in. He's like, guys, I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Which is like, what else is he supposed to say? How can I answer questions if I haven't talked to him? They all thought he was showing up for the game and he didn't. Like, what else can you? And then the game starts. What are you supposed to do? It's not fair for those guys to answer questions at all.
RMC in the chat doesn't care for the story. Sid, what was the other baseball story you were going to talk about? Okay, we'll get to it.
I mean,
well, we have nothing else on this.
And because
we have nothing else on this. Arizona's completely botched this from a comm standpoint. Crazy.
And Marte has been a guy where in the past, apparently, trade rumors have really affected him and everything, where the GMs had to make a statement on it.
Yes, Ketel Marte's the first guy to ever be in a trade rumor
saying,
in my life. Jesus Christ.
What I'm getting to is the Diamondbacks know that sometimes he has issues processing things.
All right. If it's other things, is one thing. Please don't come at me with the trade.
The
You're right,
MRI.
though. He has had that was an issue, and I'm not minimizing it. But give me a break on the trade issue.
No, I'm saying, but that was back in the day.
It
I'm
was.
Just saying
it was. You're right.
They know what they've had Marte for a while now. Just go, and it's not fair to just make Torrey and Perdomo go out and answer them.
And to be fair about it, along those lines, a lot of teams have kicked tires.
Yes.
Why no
He's
trade?
a good player.
Why no trade?
Well, and then that's the other thing that was catching a lot of steam. Did you see Bob Nightingale's tweet yesterday?
No. What do you say?
So he put out the Boston Red Sox were one of the teams who made a strong effort to acquire Ketel Marte during the winter. Now they're seeing why the Diamondbacks were motivated to trade him.
Sorry, Nightingale threw that out?
Yeah.
Oh, that is.
He caught some heat.
That is kicking the organization while they're down, eh?
570,000 views.
Wow.
Man, I can't talk.
Yeah. You need a break, Azo? You good?
No, man. Screwing up everything.
Anyway, we'll keep you updated on that. We might get an update between now and the end of the show because no one knows
and
what's
does
going
the story
on.
change again?
But I'm not even that interested in like we all just hope he's okay. But like I believe, call me naive, I believe there are organizations in Major League Baseball that would handle this way different.
Yeah, for sure.
Way different.
And again, it's not fair to put a manager who doesn't know why his player didn't show up, who was
An
expecting
idiotic
him there.
call. Arizona's a small market team baseball-wise. They have been there my entire life. They don't know what they're doing. They like comfort. They don't like expectations. People in Arizona don't even care about the team, unless I'm wrong. Do they care about the Diamondbacks down there? It's Cardinals season. They don't give a damn.
If they're winning, they do.
What are they talking about? Jeremiah Love or Perdomo?
Spring
What are they
training's
talking
the
about
best.
in Arizona?
But yeah, for a manager to have to go out and answer all those questions when he didn't show up and had to manage a game in between.
Hated that.
What the hell?
Hated that.
And again, the PR guy just has to go and make a statement from the team. We'll update you as soon as possible. Torrey doesn't know much. I keep wanting to call him there. Torrey doesn't know much, so please don't he's not going to be answering any questions.
Okay, let's move on to the other thing. Jays fans, do you remember the baseball player some of you guys heard about like 2 weeks earlier but really wanted, and Kyle Tucker? Remember that name?
Oh, yeah.
Some of you really wanted Kyle Tucker. Can barely remember a game you've ever seen Kyle Tucker in. But then you're like, we need Kyle Tucker with the Jays. Kyle Tucker, by the way, crapped his pants with the Cubs last year in a contract year. So Kyle Tucker becomes a free agent, right fielder. The Jays do throw a decent amount of money at him, reportedly. And the Dodgers say, no, we'll give you $60 million a year. Making the Bo Bichette Mets contract look minor. Now, Kyle Tucker has 11 home runs this season. Vladdy would kill for that kind of season. But Vladdy's having a way better defensive season than Kyle Tucker. And Vladdy's having a way better hitting season generally compared to Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker at home has been so poor, Dave Roberts called him out in the media over the weekend that he needs to get it together at Chavez Ravine. Meanwhile, in that same series over the weekend, he dropped a ball in right field, and it was one of the more pathetic errors you've ever seen. Pathetic. Last night in Colorado, typical Dodgers, Colorado evening, Dodgers kick them in the head over and over. Ohtani goes deep twice, and it was like 11-1 late. Guess who makes another egregious error in right field? It's Kyle Tucker. It's the $60 million guy. On top of that, I believe he's like 0 for his last 25. Was it 1 for 25 or 0 for 25?
0 for 19 on that last homestand and 0 for 25 now.
So there's a stretch last night. He's 0 for 25. And on top of that, he's making up for it by not playing defense. And the cameras for Sportsnet LA, the home broadcaster for the Dodgers, they catch Kyle Tucker. I don't know if he was crying looked like he was crying in the dugout. I'm serious. $60 million a year and he's crying. Suck it up. $60 million. Pathetic. 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 If he's a call-up who's been riding buses for 10 years, I'm with him. Kyle Tucker can go to hell with that. Suck it up. That's a punk move. $60 million a year. He's crying on the bench. But it got worse for him. Eric Karros was on the broadcast with that Civ, Joe Davis, on Sportsnet LA. Eric Karros, as long as he was a Dodger, was always hitting like third in the lineup. Never made an All-Star game, oddly enough. I checked that. It was weird that Eric Karros was never in an All-Star game.
Really?
Yeah, he never was.
That is surprising.
One year he finished like fifth in MVP voting, but didn't make the All-Star game. But Eric Karros, like solid, long-time Dodger. Solid. So he's on headset with Joe Davis in Colorado last night doing Dodgers television. Kyle Tucker drops this ball in right field. Eric Karros goes on mic and says they need to send him down to single A to figure this out. I couldn't believe what I heard. But Eric Karros has the resume to pull this off. This is a guy on a local broadcast saying that the highest paid player on the team this season, no deferrals on the Tucker contract, highest paid player on the team this season should be sent to Arizona, A-ball, to figure. I couldn't believe this.
I honestly think the best thing right now is a reset, and I don't care. This organization has done it in the past, and I've seen it. It's Cody Bellinger, Chris Taylor, and look, you've got a month and a half, and you've tried things here, and like I said, I think you need a reset. I think you need to, go to Arizona and start working on some things, change some things, kind of
like out of the game situation.
Out of the game. This is just not. It's not ideal, and it's not working. And I don't care. You've got to remove all of the, hey, he was a free agent sign. Hey, he's this. Hey, he's that. What you have in front of you is you have a guy that is struggling, that is uber talented, and can be one of the best players in the game. But things have, it's not just at the plate. It's out in the field. It's everywhere. And look, I'd talk to him. I'd have that discussion and see if he's receptive to it.
Sid has a party in the chat. John Schneider would have hugged and kissed him while crying in the dugout.
I saw that.
Do you know what happens in this city if Joe Siddle goes on air and says we got to send Vladdy down?
What do you think of that? Because there's some we've encountered comments saying to do that. Come on.
But I'm just talking about the act
broadcast.
on the broadcast. Eric Karros didn't say it quick and walked away from it. Eric Karros sat on that for about 2 minutes, which in television is a very long time. That's a wild moment in the Dodgers. Look, and listen, the Dodgers have been a little lately. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to be fine. Everyone's freaking out because the Brewers took 3 of 4 in the series. Get out of here. The Brewers are going to get their ass kicked. Mizorowski won't even finish the season. He's throwing so hard. It's completely reckless.
Well, the funny thing is, the Dodgers sat him in that game, and the quote was frustration of playing at home.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not good at all.
At least Vladdy wouldn't do that. No. Vladdy's playing at home. Things aren't going well at home. At least Vladdy's playing.
Well, and the crowd turned on him when he dropped that fly ball.
As they should have.
Yeah, they started.
As they should have. Figure it out. $60 million. Catch a ball, you idiot. Catch a ball.
The weight of that contract, he knows it shouldn't have been $60 million. No man should be paid $60 million.
All I'm saying is the balls of Eric Karros. I don't know if Oral Hershiser would have done that because Hershiser's the normal guy.
Yep.
Karros was taking he's seen something off the field he didn't like with this guy. No one goes on air with that take, and it's not a little personal. I'm sorry. And if you want to make it personal, it's up to you. But Eric Karros came from a generation where he didn't make $60 million a year.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now.
It's true.
So some of the old school guys. Eric Karros was a good pro, man. Very good pro. I'll take that from Eric Karros. I'll take that. But what would happen inside the Jays organization if someone on Sportsnet said we got to send Vladdy to Dunedin and give him the Roy Halladay and rebuild? Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone on Sportsnet says that?
He's got to figure it out.
Extraordinary. So those are the two pieces of audio I kind of heard last night. I wanted to share with you. It's kind of nuts. And by the way, all of you who had no idea who Kyle Tucker was and wanted him, you're lucky. You're lucky.
Wasn't it 10 years, 350 million? Is that what the Jays
apparently the Jays put something big in front of that idiot. Big. I was Team Cody Bellinger the whole time. I was Team Bellinger the whole time. He was never coming here.
Kyle Tucker's 5-tool, man. Come on.
Yeah, there's tools. There's tools involved, man. Azzo, he was bad last year.
I know, it's true.
With the Cubs. They sat him in Chicago.
Well, he might be doubting himself
They sat him in Chicago. It's not like he lit it up. He didn't Pete Crow Armstrong last year. Terrible.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Azzo.
Yeah?
Great time of year.
Sure is. Tell me why.
Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 19 plus. Play responsibly. Hey, Azza.
Yeah?
Do you like the chemise?
I actually do. That's one of the nicer ones. I like it.
Thank you.
Looks like it fits well, too.
It's like warm, but it breathes.
Mm-hmm.
Clothing for today's show provided by Ed's Fine Imports, Markham, Ontario's #1 clothing store for the last 20 years. Formal, casual, they've got you covered. Brands like Cycle Bunny, Blue Industry, Page Jeans, Nobis, Gitch, Bugatti, Paul Batenley, 7 Downey Street, Tommy Bahama, and so much more. Ed's Fine Imports, just north of McCowan in the 407. Go to the store or go to edsfineimports.com online. Tell them Sid sent you and get 15% off your first purchase. Tell them Azzo sent you, and they'll make you cry. Oh, by the way, speaking of Ed's Fine Imports,
I was about to remind you.
I mentioned in the line here, formal, casual, they've got you covered.
Yeah, what brand is that you're wearing right now? Do you know?
I believe this is Tommy Bahama. Don't put me on the spot. I'm not actually sure.
Whatever it is.
It's a nice shirt.
It is.
But the guy who actually introduced us to Ed was wearing a lot of formal over the weekend. It's a buddy of mine, Nino. His daughter, Victoria, got married to Matt up in Caledon. That's Tracy and Nino and myself for the listening audience. We've got a picture of the three of us. And Tracy always looks better than Nino. But Nino looked fantastic. And that was Ed's Fine Imports that gave him the suit.
They both look better than you, too.
They both look better than me. I'm not in good lighting. To be fair to me, it's not my best lighting. It is what it is. But shout out to Nino and Tracy and Vic and Matt and Anthony and the whole family. It was a great time. Nino looked great. And Nino's dropped like a lot of weight.
Oh, okay.
He looked really good. Nino looked really good.
Like that. He did look good. And the
Nino
suit
looked
was
really
nice. It was a nice suit.
So shout out Nino for introducing us to Ed's. And that's how that happened. Nino looked good.
Yeah. Still waiting for you to take me.
You need your hand held to go to Markham, Ontario? I'll do that. Only if we could take the hairpin from the Markham Indy over the week. I want to take the hairpin and almost kill myself. Oh, my God. Sorry, I just noticed the chat was running. Mm-hmm. Small victory, Schneider. Sid looked like the groom. No. Sean in the Yukon. Does Sid own his own tie? Yes, I do. The Smurf in the chat. Wall Street Sid right there. In confirmation, this is Tommy Bahama. This is just super clear.
Good job, Jeff.
Tommy Bahama.
Wall Street Sid? Is that what you said?
Wall Street Sid, yes. I read that one. I read that one. We haven't had some hockey notes for a few days. As I mentioned, the lead that Austin Matthews was skating in Arizona. And he looked great. So obviously he's scoring 69 goals this year.
He's back.
He's back. Austin Matthews is back. He's back. Should also mention that Brad Marchand put out a video a few days ago. He was scheduled to go to a charity game in Slovakia for longtime Bruins teammate Zdeno Chara. And he said he couldn't go. He needed a lower body issue taken care of with surgery, and he couldn't go. But he's hoping to be ready for the season. Brad Marchand's 38. And there's like many more years left on that contract in Florida.
Yeah.
And now he missed the back end of last season. The Panthers were out of it. So like I think if the Panthers were in playoff contention, I think Brad Marchand probably finishes the year.
Along with the 11 other guys they didn't
Right.
play. Right.
But like he was point per game for them last season.
Yeah.
Marchand was fine, but he was dealing with this nagging thing. I don't know if the two were connected. But if you're Florida, are you thinking to yourself, I don't know about this contract right now?
It runs until 2030, 31.
2030, 31.
Yeah. It was a 6-year deal
I mean,
that he signed last year. In
Bill Zito was like, I don't know about this, man. That's going to be a tougher contract to hide. Like I know the cap's going up another $9 million next offseason, but
they're
I
built
don't know,
for right
man.
now, right? They got a lot. They just brought Gudis back. They're
I don't
built
know.
for like now.
It's not Bill Zito's team anymore. It's the Kachucks.
Right.
So good luck with that. Good luck with that, Bill.
And Marshy's one of Brady's favorite guys.
Yes, Marshy. Marshy. I love when you throw the nicknames out.
Well, that's what they all do.
It's true. It's true. Another note. This one always kind of sneaks up on us, but we usually get a good quote out of it. Tomorrow night in Brampton, Ontario, is the 5th edition of Hockey Night in Brampton. And it's in support of William Osler Health System Foundation. And they raise a ton of money in this hockey game. And usually they get NHLers to show up. The other, it's a great cause. B, the other reason I'm bringing this up is Morgan Riley is going to be there tomorrow night. So he's going to captain one of the teams. My history with this event is normally they make players available to speak.
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Azo. We have not heard from Morgan basically all offseason since like locker cleanout day.
Correct.
So I think it's something to kind of look for tomorrow in Brampton. Again, it's a great cause. It's an amazing game. And usually one or two Leafs always kind of show up. But Morgan Riley is going to be a part of this.
Could get interesting.
It could get really interesting.
I mean, someone's going to ask him, right?
Yeah, I would.
Have to.
I think you might see a Luke Fox there or Jonas Siegel or something like that.
You would expect.
Terry Koshan. The crew back together. They're getting back together, Azo. Hockey season not that far away.
It really isn't, though.
Small victory Schneider in the chat. Morgan might even score a goal. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Plus minus going to be.
Again, for those of you not picking up all the context, I know a lot of you do, Morgan Riley was in a lot of trade speculation. Now, it was narrowed because he does have no trade protection. But there was a list given, apparently. It wasn't a big list of teams he would accept a trade to, but it was a list, reportedly. Unless the reporting was wrong on that. I think we might find out a little something tomorrow. I think the general message from Morgan Riley, should he speak to the media tomorrow night in Brampton at the charity hockey game, will be, I love being in Toronto. It's an honor to be in Toronto, and I'm looking forward to the season.
Right now, I'm a Maple Leaf. I'm expecting to show up to camp and work hard.
The Smurf in the chat. Hey, Morgan, what is this?
Michael, what is this?
That's a no trade clause there, Chaika. That's what it is. No trade clause.
That lets me stay here. It's true. Yep.
I have rights. The other thing I wanted to get to yesterday that we didn't.
A couple.
Yeah, there's a few things. So, like about a month back, obviously Rogers Radio made a ton of cuts. And when I say cuts, I mean like stations went off the air. One of them was Sportsnet 960 in Calgary. And as someone who listened to sports radio a ton growing up, and as two people, Lazo and I, who worked in sports radio for a very long time, we kind of felt a certain way about it. The other weird part about that move is that Flames radio rights were on Sportsnet 960, and there was no kind of plan as to what happened. Everyone's under the impression in Vancouver, when 650 went off the air at the same time, those rights are going to go to one of the Jack stations that Rogers owns. I don't think that's official yet, but that's the speculation. In Calgary, there wasn't really any speculation. It's like, yeah, we're not doing this. So you take the radio rights, Calgary Flames, and you do whatever you want with them. So last Wednesday, it was official. Of all companies, Chorus came in. Azzo and I could put together $20 and buy half the company in stock right now at Chorus. I'm serious. Like, it's not doing well. But Chorus came in, thankfully, and they cut a deal with Calgary Sports and Entertainment Corporation, and they have a 5-year partnership to run Flames broadcasts on radio station QR Calgary 770 AM. So that was, and they're going to have some other sports programming around that. I don't know if Mike Richards is going to be doing some stuff with them. That's a speculation. But last Wednesday, it became official. So with a ton of radio speculation in that town, especially with the Flames, it's good news. The good news didn't last. The next day, it was announced Peter Marr died. Longtime voice of the Calgary Flames since 1980. And I believe he stopped in 2013. But Peter Marr is one of the great radio play-by-play men in National Hockey League history. No question. And that wasn't even his greatest trait. For those who knew him, I didn't get to know him personally like that, but you hear enough stories. For those who knew Peter Marr, he was a better person than a broadcaster. You say that sometimes about people, and I hate to say this, it's not entirely true. From everything you hear of Peter Marr, that's exactly what the case was. And like the next day, after positive radio news in the market, a gentleman who meant as much to that market as anyone left us in Peter Marr, voice of the Calgary Flames. Voiced a Stanley Cup win, 89, that great run in 2004, some great runs. And there's so many great moments with Peter Marr on mic. The one that like we don't talk about enough is, Chris Cuthbert called the golden goal in Vancouver when Sidney Crosby won the gold medal for Canada at those Olympics. Do you know who was doing radio? It was Peter Marr. Like his call, we haven't let his call breathe enough. It is such a great call, and I stumbled upon it. And I think we should play it. So here's the late Peter Marr, who passed away last Thursday, calling Sidney Crosby winning gold in Vancouver in 2010.
And now the Americans bring it out. Jack Johnson to center. He passes. Moving right in is Pavelski. He's stopped in front of the Canadian net by Niedermeyer. Scott Niedermeyer forward pass picked off by Pavelski. His shot saved by Luongo. Oh, Joe Pavelski coming close, ending it for the Americans. And now it's Crosby stepping into the U.S. zone. Tries to get to the net. He's knocked off stride. Puck slides to the goal mouth, however. Now Crosby has a lovely board. Gets the left corner to Iginla. Iginla Crosby. Scores! Sidney Crosby gives Canada gold. Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby!
What a call that is, man.
Yeah, baby.
We got to hear that more.
Yeah.
We got to dust that off a bit more. Because Cuthbert's call was great. The golden goal.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Marr is like hanging from the rafters like the rest of us. Great call.
Boy, Iginla in on it too. Come on, of course. I love
Peter
it.
Marr, if Iginla's on the ice in overtime of a gold medal game, Peter Marr was going to catch Iginla.
Amazing, which is just awesome.
He was going to catch Iginla. So condolences to the family and anyone in Calgary who cares about the Flames at all, because Mr. Marr was the guy. He was the man.
I think John Shannon put it best on X. When he talked about how shocked he was to hear of his passing. He said he was as much of a part of the Flames as any player or coach.
Yep.
It was, yeah.
That's a great way to say it. I should have just kind of ripped off everything Shannon said.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy to do when you're talking about
because John doesn't miss the mark in moments like that.
But you get so,
for sure.
Like, you hang on radios everywhere, right? Like, that voice means everything to you.
Yeah.
When you're trying to follow the games like that. And I'm glad they I hope they do find a home for Calgary.
No, they did. Well, they have a home for it.
Yeah, sorry.
The course, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, condolences to everyone in Calgary. It was a weird week. We good, Azzo?
Yep.
There was some good news, but some tragic. And we just wanted to play a little Peter Marr. Felt like it was the right thing to do. We don't talk a lot of auto racing on this show. There's just too many people in the market in Canada that do it way better than anyone else. Like Tim Hauraney's really good. Like I think he's really, really good. But there was a weird story over the weekend. I'm sorry. And for those who don't know what a hairpin turn is in racing, it's like the worst turn. It's just a narrow, quick, like you're going 180 miles an hour and you got to go down to 30 type of turn, right? And probably one of the more famous ones is Monaco. And like it's one of the tightest courses in the world, probably one of the most prestigious, but it's one of the tightest. So what do you do with one of the tightest tracks on earth? You do this. You make what they're calling now the Fairmont hairpin. I think there's a Fairmont around there. And I got a quote here of this hairpin turn in Monaco on the F1 circuit. Someone called it, quote, a low-speed ballet that contrasts sharply with high-speed sections elsewhere on the course. Low-speed ballet is definitely a way to describe that. What I saw in Markham, Ontario over the weekend wasn't a low-speed ballet turn. It was like a low-speed everyone hammered at a wedding reception. Now, I know what you're thinking. Monaco, Markham, Ontario, same thing. But for those who didn't see the first edition of the Markham Indy, they moved it out of downtown Toronto up by a GO station in Markham. They built a new track ready for qualifying and practice on Friday. Breaking news, the track wasn't ready Friday. They didn't do anything Friday. True story. And then when they got going, they realized this was hell on earth. Now, as a neutral watching this, again, I don't watch a ton of auto racing the way compared to years gone by. It was an entertaining track, it felt like. But a turn like this is sheer stupidity, isn't it?
It seems almost impossible.
They had like 7 yellow flags go up in this race. Like I'm fine with a tight turn or a good old fashioned chicane. This is like you panic trying to get home quick from work and you're trying to make a U-turn where you shouldn't. I know there are a lot of people saying great race. Track was fun. That's a joke. I'm sorry. There were a couple of jokes out of this race. That's not a healthy hairpin to me. I don't have any other hairpin takes, Azo. I just wanted to show this. Did you see any of this on Sunday?
I did.
The race was nuts.
Well, I caught more of the reaction. Like a lot of fans were so upset by it, and rightfully so. It just felt an extreme. Now, again, I haven't said it was an IndyCar circuit race, like it always is in Toronto, for those who don't know. Like, my God, I should have grabbed a better pick with like 30 cars trying to make this turn. But it doesn't seem like that's possible. To have a group of cars trying to make that turn at once.
I thought that was weird.
You'd have to come to almost a complete stop.
I'm sure there are better racing takes in this chat than what I got. Can control life. So it was a U-turn. I'm like, yeah, it's a U-turn.
Pretty much.
Yes.
At that speed, it's crazy.
MCS in the chat. I hope they learned something here. Yeah, I hope they did too. Just change it a bit. Like, I wanted to show this. This was one of the more strange things I've ever seen on a racetrack.
It is.
Like, a racetrack is dangerous enough. Do you need this is the equivalent to like high rough at a US Open. I don't think you need the rough that high.
That's true.
It's tough enough. Like, some of these courses are tough. Anyway, little derpy in the chat. It's more like an FU turn. That's very good. Very good. All right. I just wanted to show that. I have no other takes. Any other take from you, Azza?
No.
All right.
It does seem crazy.
Okay. The other thing that happened late last week when Azzo and I weren't here live on Friday was the men's final for the National Bank Open in Montreal. Ben Shelton, it was 2 Americans. Ben Shelton took on Brandon Nakashima. I know a little bit about Shelton. I don't know much about Nakashima, who's a 25-year-old from California. You know why I don't know a lot about Nakashima? Because he's never been in a Grand Slam quarterfinal. So I don't know anything about him. That's when I check in. Just so you know, I'm not the biggest tennis guy either, but I will check in around the time Canadians are. If you put quarterfinal in front of my face, I'm in. This Nakashima kid's never been in a Grand Slam quarterfinal, but he was in the final in Montreal last week. He loses to Ben Shelton. And in typical tennis fashion, both the loser and the winner speak on the court. I don't know what happened to Brandon Nakashima when the tournament was in Toronto last year, because they alternate, right?
Yep.
Men and women alternate between Montreal and Toronto, for those who don't know. I don't know what happened to Nakashima in Toronto, but he doesn't like Toronto. You know how I know? He mentioned it multiple times last week in his I Lost speech in front of a very receptive Montreal crowd while he was ripping Toronto. Listen to this.
To be honest, really enjoy here in Montreal more than Toronto. I'm not just saying that sitting here in the final today, but even before this week, really enjoy my time here. Thanks to all the people, feels such like home here. So really appreciate all you guys. Unfortunately, we'll be back in Toronto next year, but I really look forward to coming back here in 2 years.
Oh, okay. Okay. Who arrives in Toronto first, Brandon Nakashima or Kawhi Leonard?
Oh.
Who arrives first? Otori in the chat. Who is that guy? Exactly. I don't know who this guy is. Now, he's like ranked like high enough. But who pissed in his Toronto cornflakes when he was here?
He went on a run in Montreal. Of course you like Montreal better.
Unfortunately, we'll be back in Toronto next year.
Montreal's a great
Listen. I'm gonna, and we got some friends at Betway. Maybe we'll get in. I'm gonna ask I've been to a few tennis events in Toronto. Some of them I had fun in. Other events I went to, I was scolded for like drinking my soda too loud. Like that's the type of crap. Am I wrong? That can be a tennis crowd.
It can. No,
that
you
can
get
be a tennis
shushed
crowd.
a lot. You get
shushed.
Yeah.
Okay? And I know things get weird in tennis when you root for one person over the other. I love you, Yannick! I love you, Yannick!
Someone's always got to respect.
Let's go, Alcaraz!
It's true.
It's the weirdest thing.
It is.
Pay a ticket, don't cheer.
It's true.
I love you, Sabalenka! I love shh. Please, ask the crowd, please be quiet to the players. And then the chair umpire scolds you in another language. I understand how that's how tennis works. That's how tennis works.
I experienced that last week.
Yes, you just experienced it.
Yeah.
To all tennis fans in Toronto who see this asshat next year, because you won't see him in the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open this year, I'll tell you that. Let him know he's in Toronto. Half of you are going to forget this happened. I will remind you. I don't think it's going to be Brady Tkachuk levels when he gets back to Ottawa on that Wednesday night in the early parts of the season. I don't think it's going to be that. But this guy's kind of a nobody, ripping the city of Toronto. I take that personally. So should you, Toronto tennis fan. Sam McDaddy needs to be heckling this guy left and right. Please do everyone a favor. And when this member of the Californians shows up and wants crowd support at York University, don't give it to him. One of the dumbest things I've heard a human being say. He said it twice. If he said it once, maybe you let it go. He wanted to make sure you heard it the second time. This nobody who's never been in a Grand Slam quarterfinal. If Ben Shelton says it, I'm like, okay, the kid's good. All right. I couldn't believe that.
He's playing to the crowd. He just lost. He's
But
playing to the
But
crowd.
guess what crowd he's going to be in front of next year?
I know.
Not that
And
crowd.
he kind of said, didn't he say the third time? Unfortunately, we'll be in Toronto next year. It's like 3 shots, wasn't it?
I thought it was 2.
Oh, I thought it was 3, maybe. Yeah, see, say it 3
He
times.
said it 3 times? I missed the third.
Christopher says he said it 3 times. I thought so too. Just saw that. Anyway, Montreal's a great city though too.
I got nothing against Montreal.
Maybe he had to drive himself around Toronto.
Our
I would hate it too.
our
Hang on,
bosses
hang
are in
on.
Montreal.
Yeah, I know. But if you had to drive yourself around Toronto and you're not used to it here, you'd hate it.
He didn't say why he hated it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I got news for you. Those guys don't drive themselves at golf tournaments or
I
tennis
know.
tournaments.
It's fair.
I got news for you. So, from the bottom of my heart, Brandon Nakashima,
Goodness.
go to hell, and all the best at the U.S. Open, where you will probably choke, like you always do in a Grand Slam.
Congrats on your good run in Montreal, though.
To hell with this guy. Who the hell's Brandon Nakashima? Now, with my luck, watch him be in the final of the U.S. Open.
Yeah, watch. Oh, man. Is he playing in Cincinnati? I'm going to have to look this up.
No, you know what's going to happen, actually? Jeff in the chat. Let me find this. Nakashima loses in the first round next year at the National Bank Open. No. Walkover. Injury. Guys, I got an injury. I got an injury, guys. I'm going to bring out the crystal ball. On Sportsnet's website, third story, next August, Brandon Nakashima has withdrawn from the National Bank Open due to
You think it would be that high?
a hamstring.
It wouldn't even be that high.
Coward. Coward. Let's see if tough guy shows up in Toronto.
Oh, boy.
Coward. Man, did that piss me. He said it 3 times.
He did.
The hell's wrong with that guy?
Yep.
Garbage.
Playing to the crowd.
You know
that's
what?
all.
Okay, you hate Toronto? Guess what? No purse for you next year.
Oh, boy.
Whatever the purse is for the 2027 National Bank Toronto Open,
What?
he clearly doesn't want anything from this city. No money. No money. Take all the points you want. No money.
Didn't know you were so protective of Toronto. Wow.
Philomena in the chat. Jealous, Sid? No. I'm pissed.
Yeah. It was unnecessary. Toronto catching strays. So what?
Smurf in the chat. Nakashima wins 2027 Canadian Open in Toronto. Maybe. He could.
Montreal is good. They love their tennis there, too, though.
We don't love tennis here. Kawhi shows up. We all go nuts. Everyone in the country saw Kawhi at tennis. We don't watch tennis in this country, especially in Toronto. Of course we do. You're crazy. I hated that. Final point. Oh, we got to all our stuff today.
We did. We still got a couple minutes.
Guess who told Vogue magazine this might be his last year playing professionally? Cristiano Ronaldo.
Whoa.
Cristiano Ronaldo, who is 24 goals away from 1,000, and everyone in the world is of the same belief that he's not ending his career until he hits 1,000, said this is probably his last year. If he gets 24 goals in the Saudi League.
Wait, what?
Well, that's how many goals away he is.
Oh. But did he put that caveat? Or
No, but
Okay.
that's the floating speculation on
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I see.
He just got married like a couple weekends ago.
Yeah, I was going to say. I know he did. What's he been scoring in that league?
At a pretty good clip. Let me bring it up. It's the Saudi League. They don't pay for defenders much.
So he
Like,
should
don't
hit
get me
it?
wrong. They got a couple, but like,
So he should hit it.
I mean, he sounds like he thinks he's going to hit it. That's for sure.
But now he's committed.
Yeah, he's hitting it. You know how many goals he scored the last 2 seasons in Saudi Arabia?
No idea. Sorry, I'm not up on my
Playing- he
Saudi
play-
soccer.
his club is Al Nasser,
Okay.
for those who don't know. Last season, he got 30.
Come on.
Guess how many assists last year? 30 goals. How many assists in Saudi Arabia?
None.
4.
He's a goal. No wonder.
Ronaldo ain't passing to nobody.
No wonder people were trying to
Nobody.
feed him at the World Cup. That's why they were trying to feed him at the guy at 30 goals.
He's going to get 24 goals. He's going to be the first player on record to get 1,000 professional goals. And then he's going to walk away. Everyone says go to MLS.
I was going to say
He could score more goals in Saudi Arabia than MLS.
until TFC throws a bunch of money at him.
But I think this I think what's finally happening from a Portuguese national team perspective, what's finally happening is like his ego is still to the point where he's not going to say he's not going to play for Portugal. But now there's a bit of an out for the new coach, Jorge Jesus.
Right.
To tell Ronaldo, take it easy, okay.
Take it easy? Okay.
I'm starting to think that's it. I think we may be seeing his last Portuguese national game. If he's already in this headspace, and if you're the new hierarchy of the Portuguese soccer program, I don't know.
But do you think he's self-aware enough to know that he should because of all the talk around it this year?
No.
And like
no, but I think he's giving, like, again, his ego won't allow him to formally retire because he didn't do it after the World Cup. I was floored. I was floored.
Oh, he's got to get those 24 goals though.
He's gonna get those 24 goals by Christmas.
And then just hang it up.
It's gonna be done.
It's a Vladdy type season. All of a sudden, can't score.
Can't control life in the chat. After he has a child, he retires. Don't they have like 6 kids already?
Yeah, I thought
it's a big family. No, he has plenty of kids. Anyway, so there is a real belief now that Cristiano Ronaldo's last season in Saudi Arabia, that no one around the globe will watch, is going to be this year. And Portugal could go finally in a different direction.
So you think that includes his national playing career, or does he have to play again?
No, I think this is it for it. What I'm saying is this is it for the national career. If his headspace is already, this is probably my final year. If you're the new people running Portugal, you're getting ready for the European Championships in 2 years in the United Kingdom. Like you're trying to get a team together. And there's a kid, Gonzalo Ramos, who scored the goal in Toronto against Croatia. Like, he's going to have a big year for AC Milan, potentially. Like, you're going to have actual striking options from young people.
Right.
I think it's good.
Of course.
I think it's healthy for the team. A 41-year-old who doesn't make any runs, probably not the best for you. Anyway.
So you're feeling good about it?
Yeah, because you got to move on. He's 41.
It's time.
It's ridiculous. You got to move on. Yes. He's the greatest player in Portuguese history. You got to move on. Can't all play forever.
I mean, if you're scoring 30 goals in the Saudi League, why can't you play forever?
Because it's the Saudi League.
So, still goals. They count.
No, sorry. Let me rephrase that. You can't play high-level international soccer forever doing that. Because guess what? You're not playing high-level soccer.
Why am I asking you? What's your dad think?
He'd have had him off the team 10 years ago. What's my dad think? He would have made this call way sooner.
Oh, man.
Way sooner. By the way, TFC play tomorrow night, I think.
Yeah?
Charlotte. The rivalry continues.
There you go.
Let me get this right here. Whatever. I'll find it another day. We got TFC schedule up. But yeah, it looks like Ronaldo's done.
Wow. That's pretty big news. I'm surprised I didn't see more headlines about that.
It was, I don't know. I saw it in numerous places.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tomorrow. TFC home to Charlotte. Do they still have extra hot dogs or do they sell them all outside? All right. I think we got everything in here.
Yeah.
Thank you, NBA, for allowing us to get to all of our content.
Caitlin Clark's first game in Canada tonight?
At Scotiabank, right?
Yeah, Scotiabank.
Are they going to boat race the Tempo?
Maybe. Well, Brittany Sykes might be back. That'll help them a lot.
Well,
and yeah, they're on 10-game losing streak. They're in a bit of trouble.
If the Tempo win tonight, biggest win in franchise history.
Without a doubt.
Not like is that safe to say?
It's like when Jordan came with the Bulls in that first year at Skydome, right?
Well,
kinda.
The Fever don't win championships, though.
Yeah, that's true.
The Indiana Fever haven't won championships in this reincarnation.
Her and a few teammates put out Caitlin Clark and a few teammates put out them trying some Canadian snacks. Didn't go over so well. The only thing they like,
more people making fun of Toronto coming through Toronto. Is that what's going on?
The only one they like, which you'll hate, is the all-dressed chips.
Ah,
they didn't like coffee.
I hate all dressed. Anyone who likes all dressed chips, weird people. Weird.
Why?
Because it's a terrible chip.
Your favorite sour cream and onion. That's a bad take too.
What? You're nuts, dude.
Oh, man.
Sour cream and onion wins the Royal Rumble of all the chips. And it goes in third.
No chance.
It goes in third in the Rumble and still wins it.
No way.
All right, we're done.
I didn't know. All dress only in Canada? I didn't even realize that.
Is that true?
I guess. They called it a Canadian snack.
Then if Brandon Nakashima wants to have him, he's come to Toronto. Anything else? You good?
No, I'm good. Hit like and subscribe, folks.
On behalf of Vazo and everyone here at Sick Media, I'm Sid. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Apologies, we want to get to Anthony Santander.
I do have something else.
But we
Happy
ran out of
birthday,
time.
Jimmy Garcia. It's Jimmy Garcia's birthday.
I don't care. You really jumped in with Jimmy Garcia's birthday?
It's his birthday.
All right. Have a good party tonight and slip on another floor. It was Jimmy Garcia, right?
Yeah.
He slipped on a floor.
Oh my goodness. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I knew you'd say that.
Yeah. Change the show. Enjoy the rest of your day. See what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon. Guy slipped. What's he doing in the washroom? What's he doing in the washroom? Jimmy Garcia, stop slipping in the washroom.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.